can do. Look. It's a house door on a school bus. Hey, welcome to Harmony Express Skoolie episode 18. It's 18. It is the Memorial Day weekend, and look at the beautiful skies. And we got some really cool stuff that we did this weekend. So this weekend, we've been taking some inspiration from some of our friends on some of the Skoolie pages on Facebook and other places. We have been wondering, since we bought the bus, what we were going to do with our house, with our door on the outside of the bus. Just trying to figure out. It had one pane of glass on each door, and I don't know. It was really a difficult decision to make. So we made a decision. This is what we did with our bus door. We've removed it. How did we? What? Oh no. Well, there's no turning back now. Guess it's gonna be house door or no door. Yeah, here we go. That's one dead soldier on that side. Side number one taken care of. Side number two is gonna be a little bit more tricky, but we're gonna get her. Hey, not bad work for a day's work. Look at that. We have a house door. At least part of a house door. Looky. Yep, so it's a 4x4 fill in the gap up there. We're gonna caulk that all in, and we're gonna dress that up and make it look nice. We've got to put the weather strip panels along there, but we have the threshold and hinges right there like that, and she closes right on up. That's awesome. And take a look at this. Woohoo! Look at that. We've been trying to figure out what we were going to do with the bus door. Well, the bus door ends up on the trash pile. Hey, look at that dirty dude right there. Awesome. So there it is. After much work and futzing and messing around, we have a house door. Also, I'll tell you why we had to make that platform, which we're going to have to redo. I'll talk about that later. Anyway, so yeah, this is I'll put a link in the description for this door. It is a 32-inch, excuse me, right-hand in-swing door. Now, you can buy this door just like it is directly from Home Depot or from Lowe's, but there's lots and lots of modification that you have to make it work. So let's talk about that a little. First, if you see at the top, this door is not as tall as the opening for the bus. So the original door went all the way from that those two angles down there. There are actually holes, slots in there that the hinge pin went down through, and it went all the way up, and there was a bearing and a hinge that's up in the top, of course. And then we had the actuator. That's all that's left of that, and then the weather stripping as well from the doors that you saw before. So what we ended up having to do, let's go on inside. A house door on a school bus. So this is where all that resided. It was all up in there. There's a bearing there and a bearing there on that side. So what we ended up doing, this is a 4x4. So we completely deconstructed this door. It looks really cool at the end, but it's a lot of work. So what we ended up doing is the door came pre-hung. inside here. It had a full frame. The door has a full frame. Went across the top. Down along the side, there was actually wood all the way along the side there. Was joined to this threshold and then went all the way up along the other side. So none of that stayed together in its original configuration. What we ended up doing was there was a brick mold that actually, in a regular house door, is a brick mold that goes along there that actually slips right into the door, and you you put it in and it's ready to go. Well, there's no chuk on this thing. What we ended up doing is tearing all the pieces apart, taking the door, the hinges off of the door frame, and then you take those hinges and we had to turn them 180 degrees so that they stuck out on the outside. Design flaw, issue, potential 1. This does bring this issue right here. The pin is on the outside of the bus, so that does sort of degrade security. But there's a glass door right there. There's glass windows. If somebody wants to get in the bus, they're going to get in. This will impede them. This glass is safety glass. Not safety glass, it's tempered glass. We are going to get 3M coating and put it on the outside to help crack resistance and at least if a rock hits it, that it won't shatter into a bajillion pieces. Anyway, so this is a regular quick set lock. We put a treated 1x3 actually sits perfectly in the on this, fit perfectly on that hinge plate. We then took carriage bolts and put it down through washers and lock washer and nut at the bottom. It's galvanized, so it should minimize the rust. We took this piece here, and if you see here, I ran it through my table saw, so it ran just outside of this weather strip, and this is screwed directly into the frame of the bus, drilled and put it in there. 1-inch hole for the deadbolt and for the lock. It really works perfectly. Doesn't require a catch. Closes in really nicely and really makes a nice seal. Did the same thing on this side. Rip that out. These hinges are directly screwed into the bus. We used the Tex self-drilling, self-tapping screws. Put them in there, they go all the way through. Very, very sturdy. So up here on the top, again, it's all futz. This space at the top is not even. There was a gap. Originally, I had the 4x4 all the way up against the top member. Well, when I did that, this gap that went across the top of the door was uneven. It looked like crap. So the 4x4 is bolted up through into that channel up there, and I lowered it down and put shims and wedges in behind that. This piece that's up on the top was a 2x6 that I ripped down to thickness that would fit right inside that space. So that is now, there's silicone in behind and liquid nails and finish nails holding that piece on there, and that trim just worked out perfectly. The gap isn't exactly perfect, but it's pretty close. We are going to be working on some kind of a weather strip or something that'll go on the outside here, onto the door, closing off this gap. It is closed off on the inside, so not very much water will come in. But overall, this really worked out well. We're happy with it. Yeah, is it the perfect solution? Well, for us, it was the perfect solution. For you, it may not be. We are going to look for some more secure hinges. Maybe we'll see. Right now, I think it's in there very, very securely, and it's well locked. So, hey, who's that dude? That's awesome. Anyway, yeah, that's our house door. So I do want to give a quick shout out. There's a gentleman that is on the one of the forums on Facebook called Skoolie Planet. if you're building a skoolie and looking for advice, that's the place to go. Some great folks there. Nico Lopez was the guy's name, and he was the first person that I saw do this door. And that's really where the inspiration. We actually weren't even thinking about doing this door this weekend. I knew it was going to be like all kinds of work to get that all figured out. So I knew it was going to take a long time to get it done. I thought, well, I have a long weekend because it's a holiday weekend. Holiday weekend in the middle of this stuff? Yeah, anyway. So we got a chance to take a look at that and thought, you know, we'd have a longer time this weekend to work. So I want to thank you guys for following along on our journey with us. This was one of those watershed moments. We just are really excited about this. It just looks spectacular. It looks like it fits right where it belongs in there. So anyway, please give us a thumbs up, a like on this one. If you don't like it, give us some suggestions. We read every single one of the comments. There are some additions that we're going to do, some changes we're going to make inside the compost toilet area, thanks to some comments that folks made. Keep it respectful, of course, but yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Anyway, share this video and like it and subscribe and, you know, give us a thumbs up. Thanks a lot from the Harmony Express Skoolie. See ya.